Hello, welcome. Happy Friday, everyone. So, today we are feeling like we're being pulled in many different directions, and I don't think anyone's avoiding that feeling today. It's pretty prevalent. I'm Kristen Vallis, and I'm a quantum numerologist, wealth expansion coach, and certified brain game coach. And all that means is that I help people to know what they want, why they want it, how to create it, and this is actually the energy that we're in today. And where we've been focused all month is, what do we want, why, and how are we going to bring that about, planning our 2022. So today's energy, we have the 9 coming in with the 8 of clubs contract. So the 9 is about bringing in release and initiation into what's new. So we had the flip energy of this yesterday, and today's energy is just a little bit of a different shift, but there's still some residual stuff coming up that needs to be released as well. But we don't really have the clarity on what to release until we look at what we want to create. Then we can see more clearly what's not serving us in the creation of where we're going. So that's really what we're being called into today. And welcome if you're on the live or on the replay. Let me know if you're here, and are you getting caught up in the busyness of today? There's this feeling of almost an anxiety that if I don't do all the things today, if I don't do all the activities that are like presenting themselves, that have been um, you know, look like opportunities, but if they're taking me off track from really connecting with myself within first, then it's not the right path. So it'll take you off path. It'll take you out of yourself. It's about not falling into the trap of trying to find the answers outside of yourself. And I think all of these activities that are presenting to us today can be doing that. There can be some things coming up that, it looks like, oh yeah, that could be the answer. Oh, that could be the thing that helps me to know what to do next, or how to plan next, or what action to take, when really we have to go within first to find that answer. And when we have this energy that's so active today, the way it is, there can be this resistance to actually just getting still, going within. But that's really the invitation right now, is to take some time to do that. Not for the whole day, but definitely to if you haven't stopped today yet, to meditate, to journal, to consider what you're doing today and whether or not it actually lines up with where you're headed and what you're trying to create for your 2022. So if there's activities today that are just, you'll be able to discern when you take the time to stop, what's like spinning your wheels, or just like the glorification of busy, like busy for busyness sake, versus actually doing an activity that will breed more clarity of purpose, that will bring you at least one step closer to where you want to head. So this is the trap that can happen today, is getting caught up in just going with whatever presents without thinking it through first. So without really considering it, and also to be conscious of not just making the decisions from the mind, right? We want to ask the heart. We want to bring the heart into this. We want to bring in inspired action. And so this is really important today to consider. And, we're at our lunchtime today here in Los Angeles. So if you haven't taken the time yet, now would be a good time to take a break. Take a break, stop, and consider. Meditate, contemplate, journal, whatever you can do. And even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, even if it's 1 minute, to stop yourself and ask your heart, is this thing I'm about to do helping me move towards my big vision? Or can I choose something differently? Or can this wait so that I can do something today that will actually help bring me closer to that big vision? And that could be getting clarity on what that big vision is. If you're not clear yet, then that's where to focus your attention today. Because really today is a day to decide what we want to commit to, what we want to be devoted to, what we want to create in our 2022. And this is not just for us personally, but on a grand scale. What kind of world do we want to live in? And when we look at that, how can we be that expression of that world within ourselves? That's where planning your personal journey affects the rest of the world. So what you're creating as you land more into your purpose and your big visions and the way you want to experience life, as you're consciously creating that for yourself, that ripples out to the rest of the world. So there's a bigger purpose here besides just your own personal life. And I'm saying this to especially the people who have challenges with doing things for themselves, because we are working through and releasing a lot of codependent behaviors coming up. We're doing it now, but we're continuing to focus on that into 2022, and it will be a big focus. So, there's this, some people are unwilling to do things for themselves, but they will do for others. And so what I'm trying to impress on you is that when you do things for yourself, you are actually helping others. You're helping not just the people around you, but definitely them, but you're helping the entire world, because that ripple effect is massive. And so focusing on what lights you up and what makes you happy and what brings you the most joy is actually the way to help other people from a place of overflow, from a place of abundance. And also this idea of letting go of any sort of behaviors that again with the codependence, but also any sort of addictions, any resentments, the habit of isolating, all of these things, trying to do it yourself, feeling like you have to, do it all yourself or be everyone's everything. Open yourself up to all the love and support available to you now. Today, it's overflowing, and it always is. And that's what the energy today is also inviting us into, opening up to receive all of the abundance that's here for us, and the support and love that is here for us etherically and physically. So through the spirit world and through people. There is so much here. We're not here to do this alone, and we are not alone. Even when we try to do it alone, even when we try to isolate, we're never really alone. That's an illusion. That's an illusion of separation that just doesn't exist. And so allowing yourself to let go of any attachments to that isolation, that having to do it by myself, that can be an addiction, right? And also just really tapping into, how can I devote myself to myself more? How can I devote myself to loving myself more, knowing that that is the path to making a difference in the world, to making a difference globally, to bringing more love into the world. You have to bring more love into yourself before you can ripple that out to the rest of the world. It's not as effective to just say, I'm going to love everyone else except for me. That doesn't work, not truly. And so you'll get very mixed results when you try and live life that way, and that's really living life from the outside in. And we're learning more and more and more. Life is an inside out job. And so this is again that energy today reminding us to do that, to focus within first and then bring it out, and to take very deliberate actions when we're taking those inspired actions. Yes, be in a lot of action, and make sure that those actions are in alignment with what you're creating for yourself and what you want to ripple out to the world as a result. So hope that helps you guys focus a little bit more today, because the energy is quite busy and there are a lot of distractions coming up. And so choosing those activities carefully, choosing where you're going to spend the rest of your day, is going to give you that momentum of purpose that you're seeking. So I love you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon, and we'll see you again. Have a great day.